think it's day 27 today, but suddenly I'm not sure, maybe it's 28. I think it's 27. And it's just such a peaceful, beautiful day. I'm so slow right now. So this morning my husband wanted me to go swimming with him. He has been going pretty regularly, and I only go when I have my yoga, and then maybe occasionally. And it's funny because I observe myself. It's not that I'm a lazy person. Actually, I never was until very recently. But I was always overworking and overachieving and pushing myself so much. And especially since I've had my 3 children, it was always so much activity and so much that I had to do. I was always go, go, go. It was just nonstop. So in the last several years, since I started allowing myself to take some time, I'm so protective of my unstructured time. I so need it. Like, all of my biggest breakthroughs, all of my articles, everything came from that luxuriating in stillness and just like writing in my journal for hours to go deep, 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 and to like channel the insights. So today in the morning I was just so lazy to get out of bed, and I really didn't want to. But then I did, and we went to the beach, and it was just the 2 of us. And it was so peaceful and quiet and wonderful. But I mean, the simplest thing. We ate at home, we came back home to eat, and we just we did a couple of swims and just resting. And I'm actually quite aware of the fact that several years ago, before my awakening, I may have viewed a day like that as not enough. Because I think I was still very much attached to, it's a Saturday. Why are we alone? It's in the middle of the summer. Shouldn't we be invited to parties or going to parties or organizing parties or doing something, And today I realized that so much beauty and so much abundance and so much wonderful everything that was in my life went by unnoticed. And it makes me very sad sometimes, because I feel that I think many of us live like that. We are not really able to connect to the present moment and appreciate it for what it is. I mean, I had so many blessings, and I was living in such beautiful conditions, and just the realization that, that happiness, that peacefulness is such a simple state. I was literally writing in my journal as we were sitting on the beach just under some tree, and just realizing that I am at peace. Like, whenever I set any kind of intentions, whenever I set any kind of a dream, so much of it is, I just want to be at peace. I just want to be at peace. And today, being at peace was such an interesting thing, because I couldn't even connect to any dream. Like, there was nothing that I was wanting. I was just perfectly happy in the moment, but it was a very quiet feeling. We often think that happiness and joy and abundance is just this incredibly powerful feeling where we're connecting to something. And in fact, I catch myself time and time again that happiness is so quiet. Peacefulness is such a quiet, and it's not cathartic, actually. It's just these very still, peaceful moments of extreme simplicity. So very often we set ourselves up for dissatisfaction by thinking that we should be somewhere else rather than where we are right now. And, you know, if you were to ask me what are my ambitions or what are my intentions for the future, I'd probably make you a long list. But what I realized today is that being in that extreme simplicity, what did I have? I had sun, I had sea, I had a shadow of a tree, because if I was just in the sun, it would have been too hot. If I was just in the sea, you know, that probably wasn't enough. It was like this lovely combination of ingredients. And then the fact that I was with my husband, you know, only recently I started realizing how much that is and how much it means. And we weren't even, you know, we were sometimes conversing, and sometimes, you know, he was sort of napping and I was writing in my journal. It was just so incredibly simple. So incredibly simple. I think what was wonderful is that I was in my peaceful state and he was in his peaceful state. And we were just sharing that energy that was peaceful and quiet and simple. And I was happy to be with him, and then I was also happy to be alone when he was napping. You know, I didn't need him to be anything else, and he didn't need me to be anything else, and we were just happy with what was. Wow, that was amazing. It was really, really amazing. And I know if any of you have been watching me since day one, I've been going through so much turmoil emotionally, and it just feels so peaceful in comparison. You know, in comparison to those incredibly wild, extreme intensity of emotions days. And to just have this like super quiet morning that just filled me with sense of wellness and inner harmony. That just, you know, how little we actually need to be at peace. It's my system regulated, his system regulated. Summer. Nice food when we got home, very simple, very fresh, and that's it. And I'm allowing myself to just be in the present moment and not think about what will happen next week or what happens next. Just being here now feels so wonderful. So yeah, very slow day for me today. See you tomorrow.